All right, problem solving, solving rational equations with word problems. So take a minute, write this down. We're talking about Kelsey. She's kayaking on a river. She travels 5 miles upstream and 5 miles downstream in a total of 6 hours. In still water, Kelsey can travel at an average speed of 3 miles per hour. That should say per hour. They want you to find the average speed of the river's current. So the thing that's important here to understand is that when you're going with the current and you're flowing with it, it's actually helping you, making you go faster. And when you're going against the current, it's making you work harder, so you actually go slower. So we're going to fill in this little chart. Please write the word problem in your notes. The distance that she traveled upstream is 5 and downstream is 5. The average speed, it says in still water, was 3 miles per hour. So let's squeeze that in there. That means when she's traveling upstream, it's going against the current. So it is the 3 minus the current speed. So the speed of the current is working against you and it's making you go slower. Upstream is going against the current. Downstream is going with the current. So it's making you travel faster. Now, time. Remember the formula? Rate times time equals the distance. So if I wanted to figure out what the time is, I'm going to take the distance and divide it by the rate. So the distance of 5, and I'm going to divide it by the 3 minus c. For the bottom one, I'm going to take 5 and divide it by the 3 plus c. From here, I'm going to use an equation. I know that the total trip took 6 hours. So looking at this, I say, all right, that means 5 over 3 minus c plus 5 over 3 plus c has to equal a total of 6 hours. This time plus this time has to equal the total. Now, we need to find our common denominator. Well, the common denominator is simply the 3 minus c, 3 plus c. So I'm going to write that on each of these. 3 plus c, 3 minus c, 3 minus c, 3 plus c, 3 minus c, 3 plus c. So when we look at this and we write this all out, we have 5 over 3 minus c, or excuse me, that's not right. 3 minus c is in the bottom, but this is all on top. So I'm going to move the 5 to the front. 3 minus c, 3 plus c. On the denominator, we have 3 minus c. Plus, on the numerator, 5 times 3 minus c, 3 plus c. On the denominator, we have that 3 plus c. And then we have 6 times 3 minus c, 3 plus c. The nice thing about this is what happens is I cancel my common factors. There's no denominator here other than 1. So I get 5 times 3 plus c plus 5 times 3 minus c is equal. I need to multiply this out. So that's 9 plus 3c minus 3c minus c squared. Distribute the 5s. It's 15 plus 5c plus 15 minus 5c. Distribute your 6. 6 times 9 is 54. When I combine my positive 3c minus 3c, it becomes 0. So this becomes 0. 6 times 0 is just 0, and then we have 6 times negative c squared. Clean this up. These cancel out. So we have 30 equals 54 negative 6c squared. Subtract your 54 both sides. So here, when we subtract this, we get negative 24 equals negative 6c squared. Divide your negative 6. That's 4 equals c squared, square root it. And c is 2 or negative 2. Now, a current can't have a negative rate of speed. So we toss the negative, and our answer is simply the current speed. The speed of the current is 2 miles per hour. Now, we have this other problem. Kevin can clean a large aquarium tank in about 7 hours. When Kevin and Laura work together, they can clean the tank in 4 hours. We're going to write and solve a rational equation. How long would it take if Laura did it by herself? So we need to take Kevin's rate times his hours worked plus Laura's rate times her hours worked. That's one job completed. So it says that Kevin can clean the tank in 7 hours. So his rate is 1 out of 7. He works for a total of 4 hours. So he can clean the tank in 7 hours. They take together 4 hours. So hours worked is 4. Plus Laura's rate, which we don't know how long it would take her by herself, so that's 1 over T times the 4 equals the 1 job. So when you think about multiplying fractions, we get 4 over 7 plus 4 over T equals 1. We are going to multiply by that common denominator to get rid of our fractions. So right here, we have the common denominator, 4 over 7 plus 4 over T equals 1. So our common denominator we want to multiply everything by is 7T. When I do that, I get 7T times 4 over 7 plus 4 times 7T over T equals 1 times 7T is simply 7T. Now, canceling your common factors, that's 4T plus 28 equals 7T. Subtract that 4T both sides. So I get 28 equals 3T. Divide by the 3, and T ends up being 9 1/3 hours. Now, is that reasonable? Yeah, because together they take 4 hours. He takes 1/7. It is reasonable. If you plug this back into our equation here, it actually works out and we get the 1 job completed. See you tomorrow.